that we are operating under, we are not going to tolerate absenteeism like this or request for postponement on grounds that are not justifiable. The auditors have been here patiently waiting for their turn to prosecute, and we would have hoped that we would have proceeded. In any case, Parliament sits all the way up to 6:30, and so there is no reason for anybody to abscond or to run away or to cite limitations of time, because we are here, we are available, the auditor is present, the National Treasury, the control of budget. I even applaud the media for staying up this late. What the governor has done is unacceptable, and it must be brought before this committee to explain that kind of conduct. The next appearance will not be a polite invitation. It will be summons. We have read the provisions of the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act, and we will have to compel his appearance before this Senate on a date and time that will be specified. But for the people of Tharaka Nithi, we assure you that we will interrogate every issue of financial mismanagement that has been cited by the Office of the Auditor General, and if we find that we are in agreement with the Auditor General, which most of the times we are in agreement because they're the ones who have done the audit, we shall recommend the stiffest penalties, or we shall recommend investigation and prosecution in line with the law. But in line with the rules of natural justice, the governor will be given an opportunity to defend himself, to explain his conduct or misconduct today, but that shall be by way of summons. I think further to that, we had made a resolution that the Inspector General of Police should appear before this committee to explain why he has not arrested and produced the governor of Samburu, who has repeatedly defied invitations and summons of the Senate. We were made aware that the IG was out of the country in Japan. Clerks, can you confirm whether the IG is back, so that we have that meeting and we establish it as a matter of law, as a matter that is supported by the Constitution, that this Parliament has the power to request the IG to produce any witness that refuses to appear before it voluntarily. Clerk, do we have dates for the meeting with the IG?
The dates, the IG is back in the country now, so we are looking for dates to invite him.
Again, it should not be a matter of us pleading with the IG because he has a constitutional duty. In the case of Samburu, he acknowledged the power of Parliament to direct him to arrest a governor, because he wrote back and said, we give him a little bit more time to trace the governor. So if he responded in that tone, then we expect that he's going to comply with the legitimate directives of Parliament. And we need to bring him, if not this week, he must appear before us next week. Because if we allow this kind of habits or this kind of misbehavior to persist, then no governor will appear before this committee. I think in the last 1 week, we've been very kind with the governors. And so they might take that as a cue not to appear before this committee. So we shall impose the provisions of the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act, and we shall go the full hog, including asking the IG to arrest and produce governors, or asking the DPP to file, criminal proceedings, because some of these things, we are calling them contempt, but they are actually offenses under the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act. So I think that is a directive of the committee. We feel for the Auditor General just the way we feel for ourselves, that we have made ourselves available, and yet the client is not here to respond to the issues raised. Unless there is any other business, we shall adjourn, and we meet again tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. The meeting is adjourned.